Hello everyone, this will be my first voiceover video ever. English is not my first language, so forgive me for the mistakes I will for certain commit, and also for my stuttering like I'm doing right now, because this is not script, will be done on the fly, and I hope it's not too long and too boring. This video will be about the Monarch Titan, my setup, and why I chose this part. So let's start, and I guess the first question must be if this Titan is overpowered. In my opinion, it's not, because when we dropped it, I consider it weak even, and at stage 1 and 2 it's perfectly normal compared to all other Titans. By this I mean you can kill it with every other Titan, especially Legion, and you can also battle all the other Titans. I think it's pretty balanced. When it reach stage 3, I guess we can make a case that it might be a bit overpowered, but even then, if a Legion attacks it or other Titans are strategically attacking it, or pilots decided to target it, I mean, it will go down. But it's really strong when it's at stage 3. That's a fact. Also about the stage 3 thing, I guess most people will not reach it, and when they do, there will be a big percentage of times they will reach it in doom state, and because shield doesn't protect you anymore against terminations when you are doomed, well, you know, you can kill it and terminate it, even if the pilot is gaining shield on top of shields. You just have to get closer. My kit, I use the overcore. Usually in all my Titans I only use turbo engine or overcore. In this case I use overcore because this Titan is all about core upgrades, so there is really no other choice besides overcore. For this one, the specific kit, I use Energy Sieve. Everyone is using it more or less, and it's really the best option, because what you gain from it, it's just too good to pass out, especially if you manage to do terminations, which with this Titan is not uncommon. I don't think it's because it's easier to do them with it, but I think it's just the way the other players try to attack you. They try to, many times they try to get near you, and if you are on the upper hand, you just do the termination. The shield amplifier, it's good, but it's not good enough to justify choosing it, although if you use this one with this one, I guess it can work, and I will explain why later. Rapid rearm, it's good, but again, I don't see how you can choose it if you have this. Now this one is very interesting. I don't use it because I don't play LTS usually, but besides LTS, because you can recover the doom state of the Titan, and in LTS with the batteries available, that's very interesting. But also, if you are using superior chassis, which it's my case, if you get at stage 3 in doom state, you get absolutely no advantage, because when you choose the superior chassis in doom state, you just get the overall shield, nothing else. So this would correct that problem. But then again, Energy Sieve, it's too good. just too good, in my opinion. About the core upgrades, okay, Missile Rex, it's good, but I don't use it because it's still a bit random, in my opinion, or at least the way I play. Energy transfer makes sense if you are playing with a team or in competitive gaming, I would say, but since I sought this loadout for public gaming, well, it doesn't make sense to me. Arc rounds, well, it gives you can destroy shields and from other titans a lot faster, but I know this might sound unbelievable, but for me, what I like about this one, it's that you can see the trajectories of the projectiles better. It almost seems that like the projectiles are bigger. I'm sure they are not, but it's what it feels like. So I am actually better killing pilots with this compared to the normal rounds. Now this one, rearm and reload, it's good, but again, I don't think the cooldown for any of this in this Titan it's bad, so I don't see why you should choose it. Maelstrom is really good and really powerful, and I imagine most people are using this because smoke it's a big part of the defense of this Titan, since it doesn't have active shields. But I prefer this one, and I guess most people will not agree with me, but or at least doesn't use it like I do. But I just feel that look, you can get the Siphon can get energy, shield energy from anything, from the grunts, the specters, the sentries, reapers, pilots, enemy titans, whatever. But all those characters give you different levels of energy. The weaker ones, like the specters and the grunts, give you a little bar, and then I'm not sure about the pilots and the sentries, but the reapers and the enemy titans give you probably the max energy the Siphon can gather for you. Now, when you use this, I feel that besides you will miss less, because if you hit the ground around your opponents, you will get their energy. But besides that, I feel that you can chain the smaller ones. So imagine if you have a cluster of specters or a cluster of grunts, and you hit them with the energy Siphon when you're using this kit, you get more energy for your shield because they are chain. I never really tested this for real, but it is what it feels like. And if you use superior chassis, it almost seems that the Siphon can the energy the Siphon gets increases in the same ratio as the energy bars. Again, I didn't test this, but it is what it feels like. Okay, this one, the last one. All of these are very good. This one only makes sense if you used the Missile Rex, which I don't. And to be honest, I was never a fan of this when in Titanfall 1, and I'm still not a fan of this. This one, the accelerator, it's really good. If you are, I guess it can do pretty good support and aggressive play styles, and it's better if you reach if you are reaching stage 3 doomed. Most of the times, I guess it's the best choice in the stage 3. But personally, I use the superior chassis because if you reach the stage 3 without being doomed, like I said, it's just awesome. I mean, you can stay alive for a long time with this kit. and it's just too good from in my opinion. Now the way I use this Titan, I usually have three rules for it. The first one that I don't use much nowadays, but when I started playing with it I used it, was to use the extra battery boost. If you are not very confident in Titan, playing with Titans, I imagine that using that boost will be the best for you, because it not only gives you a shield when you drop the Titan for the first time, but for the first time in all others, but when you drop initially the Titan, but will also give you extra core build that might be useful, that will be useful for certain, in fact. The second one, it's something I never saw anyone talk about, and it has to do with this. Like I said before, I feel this Titan is a bit weak when it drops initially. So imagine you do a great game, and the first 30 seconds or 40 seconds you do 7 or 8 pilot kills and a few grunts and stuff like that, and you get to drop your Titan immediately in less than 1 minute. So if you in those cases, you should consider if the Monarch Titan should be the Titan you should drop. And I say this because if you drop this Titan very early, and you don't have Reapers and enemy Titans, all that stuff that gives you that allows your Siphon to get you the shield protection, and if the enemy pilots decide to go after you, it will be almost a sitting duck. So because this Titan is a bit like Formula 1. In Formula 1 the cars have extreme downforce, but if they are not going quickly, if the air is not flowing at great speeds through their aerodynamic parts, the Formula 1 cars can barely turn, barely have any downforce. So this Titan is a bit like that, but you need to have enemies, powerful enemies on the field to extract the best of it, in my opinion. So I wouldn't be I would consider if you get this Titan very early, to eventually use another Titan like a Tone or a Ion or a Ronin for your first Titan of the game, and then start using Monarch. The other option is to wait a little bit until the enemies start dropping their Titans, but if you do that you will lose the early Titan advantage, which in most games it will give you a really big advantage. Finally, this is a combo Titan. So what this means is that you have to chain actions to really take the best out of it. So usually this is the way it works. You see an enemy Titan and you use the energy siphon, rocket salvo, rearm, energy siphon, rocket salvo, and smoke. Smoke to protect your exit or to damage the Titans that eventually came after you. And this is about it. I'm sorry if this was boring, but I always imagine it that if I did videos like this, I will not do them against gameplay, because I feel that if I do that, most of what I'm saying will not compute in most people's minds. And to end this, I will leave a clip. This clip was done when I was just a G2 on this Titan. So I had barely any experience, and I kept it alive about 7 or 8 minutes in stage 3 already, okay? So after reaching stage 3, I kept it alive for 7 or 8 minutes without barely any experience with it. So, and I felt that was the best option, because to show the true potential of this Titan, because if I was already mastering it, I don't think would be so relevant, if you know what I mean. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed the next clip. Bye bye.
Into the wrong ring. You are dominating. Sector A is clear of remnant fleet forces. Impressive fighting. We're really winning this thing. Keep it up.
Pilot KIA.
2 out, now the rest.
Enemy pilot.
Bounty target inbound. Take it out. That pilot stepped into the wrong ring. crossed into the wrong ring. That pilot doesn't... Nice double kill.
Upgrade core activated. Shield restored.
I don't think that team knows who they're messing with. You are dominating. Incoming March bounty. Destroy it.
Warning. Enemy pilot attacking.
You are dominating. Looks like they gave up. Chalk up another win.